The ERi-TV news broadcast crew and I, Delit Zahir, are now ready for your daily news briefing at 10:30 local time. First, let us catch up with the major headlines. Eritrean delegation participates in World Summit for Social Development. Rehabilitation of families of martyrs and disadvantaged citizens in Sana'a and Maimuna substance. North Korea fires ballistic missile days after his visit, says Seoul. And India and Indonesia close a sealing Hormuz missile deal. Proceeding with our reports. An Eritrean delegation led by Ambassador Sofia Tesfamariam, Eritrea's permanent representative to the United Nations, participated in the second World Summit for Social Development held in Doha, Qatar from 4th to 6th November. Addressing the summit, Ambassador Sofia said that in 1995 Declaration and Program of Action established a visionary global framework to eradicate poverty, promote full and productive employment, and foster social integration. However, she noted that subsequent decades have witnessed widening inequalities between and within nations, recurrent economic crisis, growing climate vulnerability, and resurgence of geopolitical tensions that have derailed the momentum of social progress. Ambassador Sofia reiterated that Eritrea's social development is not a matter of external policy, prescription for a target to be achieved through dependency. It is an absolute sovereign right and paramount national responsibility and fundamental objective of Radically One national independence. She went on to say that Eritrea's developmental philosophy is anchored in between permanent pillars and self-reliance and social justice. Self-reliance in Eritrea's context signifies an emancipation of mind from any culture and subservience of dependency. Social justice, for its part, is the ultimate goal of self-reliant path. It rejects a model concentrates wealth in urban centers while neglecting the margins. Eritrea's commitment to the cardinal principles, she said, is reflected in a tangible progress achieved across various social sectors, often with limited resources and the face of substantial external hostilities. Concluding her remarks, Ambassador Sofia said, "As we convene in Doha, we must look forward. The international community bears the ethical duty and address the structural justice that persistently hinder equitable development. It must immediately seize the application of coercive measures, promote genuine partnership, and reform global governance institutions to reflect the realities and voice of all nations, not merely the powerful few. The state of Eritrea stands resolved and determined to build a future where every citizen lives a life characterized by dignity, health, and opportunity." The offices of the Ministry of Labor and Social Welfare in the subzones of Sana'a and Maimuna have rehabilitated families of martyrs and disadvantaged citizens. The beneficiaries' families were identified by administrative areas in the respective subzones. According to Mr. Yamana Asho, head of the office branch in the Sana'a subzone, the beneficiary families were rehabilitated with livestock worth 10,000 nakfa each. Noting that the program is part of the ongoing effort to improve the livelihoods of families of martyrs and disadvantaged citizens. Mr. Yamana stated that this year alone, 42 families, including war-disabled veterans, have been rehabilitated with livestock and small-scale trade initiative. Similarly, Mr. Johannes Abraha, head of the Ministry of Labor and Social Welfare branch in Maimuna subzone, said that 5 disadvantaged citizens have been rehabilitated with livestock worth of 10,000 nakfa each. The beneficiaries' families expressed gratitude for the support provided, pledged to work hard to improve their livelihoods. Straight ahead is our international news after the short break. Welcome back. North Korea has fired at least one ballistic missile toward the eastern waters, and the South Korean military has said just days after the United States Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth visited South Korea for the annual security talk. South Korea's Joint Chief of Staff confirmed that development on Friday, saying that short-range missile flew 700 kilometers toward East Sea, otherwise known as the Sea of Japan. The Japanese government also said North Korea has launched a missile, adding that it is likely to have fallen in waters outside Japan's exclusive economic zone. North Korea has been accelerating the pace of its weapons testing in recent weeks, including the firing of purported hypersonic missile and cruise missiles last month, that it has expanded the capabilities of nuclear-armed military. On our last report, India is in the final stage of deal to sell BrahMos supersonic missile to Indonesia, India Today reported on Wednesday. India has reportedly been in talks with Indonesia for an extended period. If concluded, the agreement would strengthen defense ties between the two countries and would come on the heels of Jakarta's entry to the BRICS bloc in January 2024, which expands its strategic engagement in members stated including India. Earlier this year, Indonesian President Prabowo Subianto led the high-level delegation to India, accompanied by his Navy Chief, Admiral Muhammad Ali. The delegation visited the missile manufacturer's headquarters. India officials said that other countries, including Vietnam, the United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, and Malaysia, are also in talks with BrahMos Aerospace over the potential purchase. The BrahMos is among the fastest supersonic cruise missiles in the world, according to India Today. Originally capable of a range of about 290 kilometers, it has been upgraded to greater reach, increasing its strategic value and drawing heightened interest from Southeast Asian countries, aimed shifting regional security dynamics. Dear viewers, we've come to the end of tonight's news. Let's have a quick recap of the headlines. Eritrean delegation participates in the World Summit for Social Development. Rehabilitation to families of martyrs and disadvantaged citizens in San'afa and Maimina subzones. North Korea fires ballistic missiles days after Hezbollah visits Seoul. And India-Indonesia close a sealing BrahMos missile deal. And that wraps up our stories for tonight. Thanks for watching and have a good night.